M0FXB, welcome to my channel. Xiegu G90 display firmware update. I'll put the link in the description, and when you click download here you'll end up with this file here, or these files. You'll have documentation and instructions which I've added on another video as well, but the main one you need is the update tool, and that gives you this thing called a term. Double click and run that, and when you run it you'll end up with this program here, and you get two windows. You can update the main unit firmware with this as well, which is the back main unit, and there's a plug in the back called COM, but we're just doing the display, which is the cable which is in the box that plugs into the bottom one, the bottom hole. Very important. So all you do, unplug the power from the Xiegu, then put it back in, but leave the radio turned off. Open up this program here and go to, click serial, okay, see here, serial, and select, the cable is plugged in the PC, mine's COM21. If you right click device manager, like I said, the cable comes in the box, you should have this cable, it's an FTDI cable, mine is a blue color. You've got a USB serial port, click that, right click and go properties, go across to port and make sure it's 115200, okay, you see that. I'll show you again, right click, properties, port 115200, click OK. So that's all good, and it's COM21. So on this window here, you've selected serial COM21, you can click OK there. Now go to setup. Along here you've got 1, 2, 3 tabs, you want setup. Go down 1, 2, 3, 4 to the 5th one, click serial port, and you're going to, hopefully that'll be at COM21, and you can also do the speed, which is 115200, and then click new setting. Nearly there. So now plug in your cable, yeah, bottom one, and then hold down the volume and turn on the radio, and it starts to flash. Then hit number 1 quite quickly on your computer keyboard. Once you've done that and it says erasing 100% like mine does, you're ready to go. So now go file, so it's the first tab, file, go down to transfer, and then go across to the right, down 1 to X modem, and then across to the right and send. I'm going to do that again. So I'm just going to show you one more time. File, transfer, X modem is the next one down, send. Now we need to find the correct firmware, and in our case we want the new one, which is 1.80. But don't forget, if this all goes wrong, you can redo all of this. You're not going to brick your radio. You can reinstall the rear firmware, the front firmware, the main unit, the display. It's all going to work fine, but it won't work unless you tick the 1K box here. See the 1K box there? That's really important. Option 1K. Once you've done that, double click the new 1.80, which is on August 2023, and it will transfer. Now if you've done this right and it gets to the end, with a bit of luck your radio will just turn on and have a nice color display. If you end up with a black display, don't panic. Unplug the rear unit, yeah, sorry, unplug the power, and mine has rebooted straight away, so I know it's worked. If yours doesn't, don't worry. Unplug the power first, plug it back in, try it again. But if it doesn't work, what you're going to have to do is go back to this software, go file, and you'll have to start from the beginning like we just did. Transfer, X modem, send, yeah. I'm not going to do it now because I don't want to do it again, but you're going to, when you select, we can get to the point of select, you can either select the older one, but always remember, the main thing is to tick that box. I'm not going to do that, cancel. If you really have to, you can plug the cable into the back, and I will unplug this, turn it right round. Hopefully you can see, with a bit of luck, got the cables here. Plug the cable into the back where it says COM, like so, and what you're going to have to do start again from the beginning. We'll close this, double click. You have to do the whole process again. Serial, COM21, click OK, setup, serial, COM21, but 115, remember, new. It's telling me it's not a CIV port because it knows I'm doing something different. Very clever, that firmware. Just remove that. Too many cables here. Nice stand on my one. But anyway, and what you'll have to do is to get it into firmware mode, you've got to turn it off, and then again hold the volume and turn on. I don't want to do it because I don't want to ruin what I've done. I'll put the instructions in for if you fail, if it all goes wrong, you just reload the main firmware, and which is the back unit using the back cable. Then you reload the front firmware using the bottom cable here, and it will all work. You won't brick this radio. It might be a pain in the neck, but you won't brick it. Otherwise, it has worked. And let's just turn it back on and show you my firmware. I know it's a bit bright. My firmware 1.8. You just try to dim it down a bit. Hold down function. Press all the way to the right. With it says VM, doesn't it? All the way till it goes green, and it's going to show you that mine is. Takes a few seconds. Main is 1.79, and the front display unit is 1.80. Latest firmware. Thanks for watching my channel 73. Please like and subscribe. Bye for now.